So here are the learning objectives. Identify alternative energy resources aside from fossil fuels. The objective is to identify clean, renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, hydropower, geothermal, and biomass that can replace fossil fuels. Next is evaluate advantages and disadvantages of energy resources. Here is to examine the benefits and drawbacks of different energy resources to understand which ones are most efficient and sustainable. And next is determine appropriate energy resources for different locations. And here is to identify the most suitable energy resources for different locations based on their natural conditions. And next is relate alternative energy to climate change mitigation. So here is the objective is to understand how alternative energy can reduce greenhouse gas emissions and help mitigate climate change. And last but not least is assess renewable energy resources in the Philippines. So here is to evaluate the availability and potential of renewable energy resources in the Philippines. So we will proceed to the next slide. Why alternative energy? Industrialization increased energy demand. So industrialization sharply increased energy demand and traditional resources couldn't keep up. Fossil fuels met the need but are limited and polluting, making alternative energy like solar, wind, and hydro essential for sustainable power. Next is fossil fuels are non-renewable and polluting. So, fossil fuels are renewable and take millions of years to form, so they can run out. Burning them pollutes the air, contributes to climate change, and harms ecosystems. Alternative energy is needed because it is renewable and much center for the environment. Greenhouse gas emissions cause climate change. So, burning fossil fuels releases greenhouse gases that trap heat, causing global warming and climate change. Alternative energy like solar and wind produces little to no emissions, helping reduce the harmful effects. And last is need renewable, sustainable, and cleaner sources. Alternative energy is renewable, sustainable, and cleaner. Unlike fossil fuels, it does not run out, reduces pollution, and helps protect the planet for the future.
Hello sir, I am Jumar Cañete and this is my report. So let's get started. What are renewable energy resources? Renewable energy resources are sources of energy that come from natural processes that replenish themselves over time. So ang renewable energy resources ay isang sources daw na nanggaling sa natural processes. So it means there are processes in the natural. So ang pasabot ani niya naa siya yung mga process bago makaproduce og mga energy na nanggaling sa natural. So 15 to 20% of global energy consumption from renewables. So 15 to 20% daw ang energy ang 15 to 20% daw ang ginagamit sa atong kalibutan na nanggaling sa renewable energy resources. So it is the second largest electricity source globally. So ikaduha sila sa pinaka dako og source of electricity, and it is sustainable and climate friendly. So pero naga-permanente sila and climate friendly, so dili siya makasira sa atong kalikasan.
Good morning everyone, my name is Christian James Sibayan, and now let's tackle about solar energy. It harnesses the sun for power and heating. It means solar energy takes sunlight and turns into electricity or warmth. It includes solar thermal, photovoltaic cells, and building tech. It means solar energy can be used in different ways. For example, device that heat water, panels that make electricity, and building designed to use sunlight efficiently. And also, solar cookers provide low-cost heating or cooking. It means you can use sunlight to cook food, and it doesn't cost much because the sun's energy is free. Thank you.
Hydroelectric power overview uses flowing water to generate electricity. Hydroelectric power or hydropower generates electricity by harnessing the energy of moving water. It is one of the oldest and largest sources of renewable energy. The process involves converting the kinetic energy of flowing water into mechanical energy using a turbine, which then drives a generator to produce electricity. Pumped storage hydropower or PSH is a type of hydroelectric energy storage that works like a giant battery. It involves two water reservoirs at different elevations. During periods of low electricity demand, water is pumped from the lower reservoirs to the upper reservoirs. When demand increases, the stored water is released back through turbines to generate electricity. PSH or pumped storage hydropower helps balance the grid by storing excess energy and releasing it when needed. Large-scale hydropower projects are primarily developed to produce electricity for government or public electrical networks, typically with a capacity of 30 megawatts or greater. These projects usually involve dams and reservoirs to store large volumes of water. When the stored water is released, it passes through turbines, which spin generators to produce electricity. The Three Gorges Dams in China is the world's largest power-producing facility of this type.
So good day everyone. So today I'll be discussing tidal and ocean energy, including OTEC and tidal power system, and then I'll give you a short transition going into wild energy. So what is tidal and ocean energy in simple explanation? So tidal energy and ocean energy basically uses the power of the ocean para makapag-produce ng electricity, since galaw kayo ang dagat, waves, tides, and temperature difference, pwede na to siya i-convert into energy, and ang advantage ani is very predictable siya compared sa solar, wind, kay ang tides dili man na mawala. First, we have OTEC or Ocean Thermal Energy Conversion. So, ang idea ni is very simple. Ang ibabaw sa dagat kay init, tapos sa ilalom kay bugnaw. So, that temperature difference can be used to create electricity. So, murag magamit lang ta sa natural aircon sa dagat. Imagine ay two cups. Isa ay hot water, isa kay cold water. So, kung ipaduli mo sila, na ay na kay pwede makuha nga energy because of that different same concept sa OTEC. So next is tidal power system. So kini siya kay nagadepend sa pagtaas o pag-ubos sa tubig. Everyday kay predictable man ang high tide o low tide sa dagat. So pwede magbutang og turbines sa lugar nga kusog ang current. So simple example is pwede para ni mura ra ni kuan kaning windmill pero sa dagat nga version. So kung kusog ang current, ang under sa turbine makaproduce og kuryente. Pero of course naadyoy mga challenges sa tidal power kana peak marine life kay makasagabal man pod gamay sa natural movement sa mga isda or corals. Pero compared sa fossil fuels mas limpyo jud gyapon. So pero of course na yung mga challenges. Tidal power can affect marine life kay makasagabal mo siya sa natural movement sa isda or mga coral. So pero compared sa fossil fuel mas limpyo yun gyapon. So before I end, a quick transition lang kung naay tidal energy uses the movement of the water. Wind energy uses the movement of earth. Similar concept sila sa boat. Depend on natural movement to turn turbines. Or ang difference lang kay si wind energy is on land or on shore. So while ang tidal energy is mainly on underwater.
Wind power. Number 1, wind turbines convert in wind to electricity. This is ang hangin daw kay gina-convert into electricity, and the large blade magatuyok daw ang blade og sa kakusog sa hangin in the motion pursued electricity. In number 2, the last cost effective in non-quality. Wind power daw kay tipid siya gamiton once na ma-install na ang turbines. Ang dili nagagawas og harmful emission maong environmental friendly kay wala man siyang nagakuan og hangin. And number 3, request strategic placement may effect in birds. Kailangan pod ibutang ang wind turbines sa lugar na maayo kusog daw og hangin, pero dapat safety pagkabutang kay maapekto man gud siya sa wildlife kay nga man gud galanggam nagaunsa pa nang nananap nagalupad-lupad maong apekto siya kay bangga no kunuhay. This is the wind power. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am the next reporter. So first I tackle the biomass energy. Organic material used as solid, liquid, or gas fuel. So ang biomass energy is ang ginagamit niya ani is kanang mga organic materials and mga agricultural crops. So ang mga sources ani niya is food, agri-waste, animal waste, and energy crops. So ang processes ani niya is through combustion, cogeneration, fermentation, anaerobic digestion. So next is geothermal energy. So ang geothermal energy is man siya ang heat from underground hot rocks, steam, geysers. So from geothermal energy is makaproduce sa og energy sa kuan. So ang uses sa niya is dry steam, wet steam, and hot water reservoirs. So next is money siya ang katong ihang mga kuan mo produce niya, so makakuan siya good heating, cooling source and seasonal regions. So next is renewable energy in the Philippines. So resources niya is solar, wind. First is solar, wind, hydro, ocean, biomass, and geothermal. So ang resources niya is first is solar. So mong ginatong ginagamit sa Philippines kay ang Philippines is kuan man siya, abundant siya sunlight. So through solar dali ra ka maka produce og energy and electricity. Next is wind. So through wind is makakuan gyapon kag energy sa kuan parehong windmill, so nakaproduce siya electricity. Next is hydro. So through hydro pwede gyapon ka makaproduce og electricity pareha sa katong Maria Cristina Falls. So hydro, it means waterway, so paretong Maria Cristina Falls kuan ang Maria Cristina Falls is mao ang nagaproduce of electricity sa Mindanao. Next is ocean. Through ocean pwede ka makaproduce gyapon og energy through tidal and waves. So next is biomass. Ang biomass is katong madto kung giingon gaina nga katong gikan siya sa organic materials nga i-process siya para mahimo siyang kuan sa energy. This next is geothermal. Geo means katong land. So sa geothermal is pwede gyapon ka makaproduce og makaproduce ka og electricity through kuan katong pareha atong dry steam, wet steam, and hot water reservoirs. So next is supported by RA 9513 Renewable Energy Act of 2008. Ang Renewable Energy Act of 2008 is ang nag-support niya is CRA 9513. So next is 2015. So katong 2015 is gi-reshare niya ang katong kuan. So ni-increase siya gikan siya sa 27% to 34%. Next is sustainable energy future. So improve energy efficiency in vehicles, buildings, and appliances. So ipa-improve na to ang katong kuan sa vehicles, building, and appliances. So next is support research and development. So atong i-support ang kanang mga development sa renewable energy. Next is use public transportation, walk or bike. So para maka-less siya o katong pareho sa fuel, maka-less sa energy is magsakay lang ka sa public transportation, or if doon lang kagatuan pwede ka magbaktas or walk, or kanang kung nakay-bike pwede ka magbike. So next is turn off unused appliances. So para ma-less ang atong paggamit sa electricity or sa energy is dapat kay kanang wala na to ginagamit nga mga appliances or unsa ba nang kanang nagamit siya og electricity or energy, dapat gina-off na to na siya, or kanang mura to siya.
To conclude, our presentation showed that renewable energy is essential for a cleaner and safer future. Fossils fuel cause pollution and climate problem, while renewable sources like solar, hydro, tidal, wind, biomass, and geothermal offer sustainable and reliable alternative. Each energy source has strength and Using them can reduce emission, protect the environment, and support economic growth. As students and the future leaders, we should support and clean energy solution and practice responsible energy use. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation, and that will be the end of our presentation. Thank you.